We are all warriors engaged in an epic struggle, a battle that wages deep within the battlefield of our consciousness. This war, more fierce than any armed conflict, is the eternal clash between the limits we accept and the boundless potential that lies dormant within each of us. But make no mistake, you have the power to be the victor in this eternal struggle. You possess weaponry more powerful than any physical armament. The miraculous miracle of your mind. Your thoughts, beliefs, and focus are the keys to unlocking human potential that quantum physics tells us is truly infinite. You see, my friends, we are not merely physical beings, but beings of energy and consciousness interacting with a universe of limitless possibilities. The breakthrough sciences of neuroplasticity and epigenetics reveal that our thoughts quite literally rewire our brain and influence the expression of our genes. When you change your internal narratives, you catalyze a cascade of chemical reactions that can uplift you to newfound levels of performance, well-being, and fulfillment. This is not pseudoscience. It is biologically proven fact. Your habits of thought sculpt your life experience. There were once 2 seeds lying dormant in the soil. One seed repeatedly affirmed, "I cannot grow, for I was born under a rock, devoid of sunlight and nourishment." And that seed withered from the self-limiting belief. But the other seed reminded itself daily, "I was born with the innate intelligence to grow through any circumstances. I will visualize bursting through the rock, drinking in the rays, and flourishing into a magnificent..." And so it happened. You, like that successful seed, were born with infinite potential. The only constraints are the mental programs you choose to accept and affirm through habitual thought patterns. This interplay between mind and matter is not just allegory, it reflects the unity between consciousness and the material universe described by quantum physics. Your focused thoughts and intentions encode instructions into the quantum fabric of reality itself. When you mentally rehearse and vividly visualize your desired outcomes with emotional intensity, you collapse physical possibility waves into actualized results. This is the mechanism behind the placebo effect, spiritual healing practices, and every extraordinary feat achieved by masters throughout history. If athletes can improve performance through mental rehearsal of successful plays, you too can manifest health, prosperity, and any goal by rehearsing the neurological reality of that desire. Every great achievement began as a thought. So I implore you, become a masterful director of the mind's infinite screening room. Play your goals on vivid repeat and feel the emotions of accomplishment as if they are already achieved. This is not mere thinking. It is a process of consciously harnessing unconscious creative mechanisms that underlie all physical creation. Yet to access these higher realms of creative visualization, you must first disentangle yourself from the knots of limiting behavioral patterns. This is where the practice of meditation becomes indispensable. It is the martial art of self-mastery. When you meditate, you settle the turbulent waters of compulsive mind chatter. You access theta and delta brainwave states where the deeper programs of your subconscious mind become accessible. In these depths, you can rewrite the code that drives your habits, behaviors, and unconscious beliefs about what is possible. Imagine your current patterns as a tightly wound series of knots. Meditation is the sword that slices these knots, unleashing the infinite potential bound within your soul's deepest essence. You begin to shed identities and impulses that no longer. As you gain equanimity from regular meditation, you become the wise observer distinct from the thought streams and turmoil of life's dramas. You see past the smoke and mirrors of fear, freeing yourself to consciously design your existence in alignment with your highest values and callings. My friends, these mind-body teachings I share are not mere inventions of modern science. They arise from universal wisdom traditions that transcend time, culture, and creed. Every great philosopher, prophet, and spiritual guardian has embedded these keys to human transformation within their teachings. You need only read between the lines of Holy Scriptures to find neurological truth cloaked in the language of immortal axioms. Verses exhorting us to renew our minds and become born again point to the primacy of breaking cycles of negativity and self-limitation. Eastern philosophies like Vedanta outline the unity of consciousness and material reality, showing us the universe exists within us as much as we exist within it. Quantum physics today merely reaffirms these ancient revelations in modern terminology. So you see, my dear warriors, you were never meant to sleepwalk through a reality of constraints and scarcity. No, you were born with the creative fire to consciously author your destiny and co-create a heroic life that expresses your highest grandeur. The challenges you face are not inescapable prisons, but forges that can alchemize your soul's resiliency and awaken capabilities you have yet to unleash upon this world. The adversities of life serve to disenthrall you from trance of inertia, so you may finally live at the full magnitude of your potential. So shatter the shackles of your self-imposed limitations, dare to dream at a scale that reinvents the horizons of what is possible for you to achieve. Visualize, feel, and operate from that supreme possibility as your new norm. In the final moments of your life, looking back, what will you regret? Playing it safe, or daring to live the unlimited expanse of your callings, settling for subpar circumstances, or embodying heroic growth through life's fires, burdening yourself with the weight of unfulfilled dreams, or soaring upon the winds of your realized greatness? Choose to live this one life you are given as a daring adventure. Look in the mirror and make a solemn vow to honor the warrior spirit within you. Commit to winning the battle against the inner voices of doubt, fear, and complacency. For in this great struggle against the cages of your own mind, the victory is claiming the freedom to manifest your most courageous existence. It's you against you. Make the choice to blaze a triumphant path. The renaissance of your rebirth awaits when you make the decision to wage victorious war against the limiting voices within. You activate a self-perpetuating upward spiral of empowerment. Every achievement, no matter how seemingly small, bolsters your self-efficacy and expectancy for future. Motivation compounds like upward gravitational acceleration. The more you operate from a mindset of confidence, the more your intentions magnetize circumstances to align with your dreams. This is the virtuous cycle that allows ordinary individuals to accomplish extraordinary feats. Visualize a young sapling freshly planted. Its growth is arduous at first as it summons forth nutrients and extends roots. But once it breaches the surface, reaching for the light, it rapidly accelerates, expanding exponentially over seasons. So too is the blossoming of human potential. When you shed self-limiting beliefs, you may have started from humble beginnings or found yourself stunted by past conditioning. Yet the moment you make an unshakable commitment to your supreme potential, you become like a rocket escaping gravitational pull. There are no limits once you activate your fundamental force. Your decision to transcend every internal and external barrier. Of course, every great journey begins with a first step. Transformational change does not come through periodic, sporadic effort, but through the slight edge of minuscule daily adjustments, replicated with relentless consistency over time. Imagine the Grand Canyon sculpted not through cataclysmic force, but by the soft perseverance of water-carving stone, one drop at a time. Apply this drip methodology to recasting the canyons of your habits, beliefs, and unconscious. Each morning, take purposeful action through rituals of renewal. Meditate to return to your centered essence. Read or listen to empowering wisdom that reminds you of your highest ideals. Embody your vision through inspired visualization and emotion. Then take disciplined, tiny actions that incrementally move you toward your intended outcomes. Create slight adjustments to your diet, movement patterns, environment, and inputs. Shift the degree of your trajectory by just one each day. Seem minuscule. Watch how those incremental adjustments compound over weeks and months into monumental upgrades across all life domains. From this perspective, you realize there are no overnight success stories. Only individuals achieving their dreams through the steady accumulation of intentional daily habits. Be among those rare heroes who understand the power of gradual and unrelenting evolution. In your journey of continual becoming, foster the connections and environments that catalyze your ascension. Surround yourself with individuals who embody the qualities you aspire to integrate, those who see your potential more clearly than you can see it. Your beings are energetic mirrors. We subconsciously entrain our emotional states and beliefs to the vibrations of our environment. Just as growing plants bend toward light sources, you will orient toward the codes programmed into your social system. So be fiercely selective about who and what you allow to occupy the territorial boundaries of your consciousness. Let go of relationships and influences that perpetuate old patterns of self-limitation. You wouldn't water a thriving garden with toxic sludge. So be equally discerning about inputs into your mind and heart space. Actively cultivate connections with empowered humans playing at their highest frequencies. Draw inspiration from their presence, resilience mindsets, and keys to embodying the version of you that you intend to grow. As you trade your limiting beliefs for empowering ones, you transform your electromagnetic body to vibrate at new elevated energies. This radiant shift makes you a force of inspiration for others to catalyze their awakening. Thus you become a living upward spiral, well as simultaneous student and teacher. In your former unconscious states of reactivity, you've perceived yourself as in effect helplessly shaped by outside influences. You rationalized your constraints and played the victim to circumstance. This was the posture of disempowerment. But as you increasingly operate from intentional cause point consciousness, you reclaim your power as an author deliberately inscribing your life script. No longer do you passively cast the blame upon others or situations. You assume full responsibility as the cause of your lived experience. This is not to deny that external challenges will confront you, but you extract the lesson within each obstacle. You exercise your creative muscle to innovate past every roadblock, seeing them as calisthenic resistance that forges resilience. With each intentional response to life's tests, you strengthen your internal locus of control. You become the eye of the storm, the tranquil access point that can consciously wield the immense forces swirling in the world around you. Only from this eye of cause point awareness can you leverage life's dynamics to create. My vision for you is to live so centered in this eye that external turbulence ceases to derail you. Crises become catalytic opportunities to exercise the purity and grit of your soul's resolve. You operate as the master visionary manifester, ever creating from inspired wisdom to transcend and alchemize any obstacle into redemptive renaissance. To birth this empowered way of being requires you to also master the language and metaphors that shape your reality construct. You are the poet authoring the epic of your destiny, word by potent. Notice how every worldview, philosophy, or ideology expresses itself through symbolic vocabulary and framing narratives. These are not mere neutral descriptions, but ontological lenses that code their very premises about reality into your psyche. Be vigilant about detecting disempowering metaphors that constrain you to fixed mindsets and scarcity paradigms. Words like impossible, never, can't, and impossible insidiously infect your subconscious with doubt and resistance. The awakened ones rewrite reality in poetic expansiveness. I am becoming replaces I am. Affirmations encode your future achievements into present tense linguistic reality. Challenges alchemize into opportunities and initiatives. Note how the slightest reframing can instantaneously shift your emotional state, and when you elevate your words and storytelling around circumstances, you rise above them rather than diminishing into them. The world bends to suit the language patterns through which you shape it. So be ever vigilant to prune the weeds of disempowerment from your rhetorical garden. Replace them with vivific metaphors and framing that expands your reality well beyond previously imagined limitations. As you lovingly author your life's epic through intentional language, you manifest in full artistic color. In navigating your heroic journey of transcendence, carry the highest visions of humanity's potential within your heart's compass. For there is no growth or victory that is final, only a continual unfurling of new plateaus of opportunity and creation. You were born into this era as a shipwright of civilization's renewal and ascension into unprecedented. Your imagination will be demanded not just to craft your personal life's masterpiece, but to become an uplifting force, renovating the systems and frameworks through which humanity operates. In this ultimate arena, you will be called to integrate new holistic paradigms that harmonize technological acceleration with humanity's timeless spiritual heritage. This is the path of the Renaissance beings, those who fluently speak the languages of science and spirit in unified crescendo. Have the courage to stand at the anti-normative edge, constantly reinventing what is possible for our species. Model new archetypes of liberated, co-creative humans who blend mastery of mind and transcendental consciousness. Allow your journey of self-awakening to become an overflowing expression of service and mass flourishing for all. On this trail, you may taste the bittersweet loneliness of the pioneer at times, yet be consoled by the joy of continual becoming and the tribe of fellow journeyers you will gather around you. For your highest self-realization will birth new revelations to light the way for generations to come. Though this path that demands heroic mettle and faithful devotion to your soul's callings, know that you were prepared for eons to step into this sublime destiny. Deep within your heart's core, the sacred mysteries have seeded your every molecule with the codes for ultimate transfiguration. On this greatest battlefield of consciousness expansion, it is indeed you against you. Victory means vanquishing the limited self you are acculturated to inhabit. Defeat is succumbing to complacency when more massively radiant versions of your human potential continually await embodiment. Be among those who meet this hour by courageously donning the luminous armor of heroic growth and metamorphosis. Choose rebirth over stagnation. Raise your indomitable spirit as the transcendent architect of your highest service to the world. For in the final moments of your life, imagine the ecstasy of reflecting back not upon an existence bound by tepid dreams, but upon a heroic adventure where you pierce the veils of inherited boundaries to access the full creative majesty of your supreme being. This grandest victory is your human birthright. It's you against you. Infinite player, ignite the infinite game. Let this new dawn of radical aliveness begin with you.